Morris está en Buenos Aires y tu música hoy, por supuesto, vino a verla. Hi Maren, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So glad to meet you. Really.
Thank you.
So, first time in Argentina. How does it feel for you?
It's been great. This is Buenos Aires is actually a place I've always wanted to visit since I was a little girl, and so obviously we're only here for 2 days, so you have to like try to pack a lot of things into those days. But it's been really great, and food has been amazing. And then I just hear the Argentina crowds are really loud and excited.
Yeah. In a few hours you'll be on stage. What do you expect of the crowd, of the Argentinian audience?
Well, Niall, who I'm on tour with, has just told me that it's a really passionate crowd, that they know all the words. They're just, the volume is very large. So I'm excited to see that.
Do you have any ritual, any kind of ritual before you are on stage?
My band and I will do like a cheers before we walk on stage. Usually it's tequila.
Yeah.
That's the upper.
Okay.
Yeah, it wakes you up. But yeah, I just like to chill. I have my husband out on this run with me, and we just kind of hang out before the show. And then it's so great being on tour with Niall, Horan, because I feel like our bands and all of us get along so well, and so it doesn't feel like a job. It's really an amazing dream to get to live out.
Are you friends with Niall?
Yeah, I mean, we've known each other, a couple years now, and he had me on his album, and then this tour was sort of born out of that album song that we did. And he's so down to earth and so easy. He's so funny. It's been really fun to be on tour with him so far.
And a girl, make it work in a world that for me so far just seems to go so wrong.
You've been playing with a song, with Alicia Keys at the Grammys. How was that experience?
I mean, it was sort of out-of-body experience for me, just because I've grown up listening to Alicia Keys' music. But she and I have done a couple TV appearances together, and so we've known each other. But doing the Grammys is obviously the biggest performance you can do in your career, and to do it with Alicia, she made all of my nerves and butterflies go away, and so she's just one of the best singers of all time. So it was a good first Grammy experience for me.
I want to talk about the middle. It's like a big success here. Are you aware of that success?
This is the only song I've ever been involved with that has gone to South America and around the world. With my own music, I feel like I've toured in the US, obviously, and Britain and Ireland and Scotland, but never South America or across the world. So with the middle being so popular kind of everywhere, it's a first for me, and it's just been so amazing to see the crowds. I'm excited for tonight, particularly in Buenos Aires, to see how they react when we perform the middle, because it is really the only song in our set that has translated down here and been on the radio.
You're a songwriter, you haven't written the middle, that's right?
No.
How was that experience of singing somebody's song?
I've never sung someone else's song before. It's always been my own lyrics, but when you hear a song that is so catchy and so fun, like The Middle, I don't think it matters. I mean, I've already proven myself as a songwriter, so I didn't feel like I needed to do that again with The Middle. It's like there was nothing to fix or add on to it. It was already this perfect song, and so I just wanted to be a part of it, and I'm so glad that I did, because it's opened my music up to so many different parts of the world that hadn't before. So it's brought only good things into my life.
We're now in Argentina. I think you have already listened to some Latin or Argentinian artists. Have you listened to anyone in particular?
No, but I feel like after this trip, really being immersed in the culture, it makes me want to research more of it, and I hope that next time I come to Argentina I can spend more than 2 days here and just really explore the city, and like we went out to dinner last night and got to see a lot of the city just driving around, and it's so beautiful, the architecture and just things that are sort of constructed to hold music here is a really big thing, and I love that y'all's culture really makes time for that, because it is such a pleasure, and should be followed in more parts of the world, because so many people love music and want to see it live. And so I hope that next time I come back, I can have like a week or two to spend here and really, really fall in love with the music culture and the art culture here, because I've already fallen in love with the people.
So now you're married, you travel with your husband?
I do. He's here actually for this leg of the tour, and he's a musician and a songwriter as well. So he really, when our calendars can line up, we'll try to see each other, and I'll go out and see him on his shows, and then he will come out on my tours. So we've tried to find this balance in a very chaotic line of work. So yeah, but he's here, and because this is my first time in South America, first time in Argentina, it would be the worst if he couldn't be here to experience all of that with me the first time.
I've cursed on a Sunday, I've cheated and I've lied.
We're gonna talk about your plans, future. You got a great 2018. How it's gonna be the rest of the year?
I go to the UK at the end of this year, and basically the rest of the year I'm finishing my second album. So I've already written all of it. I just need to finish recording all my vocals and stuff and just fine-tune the production. So that's like the most important thing I have to do the rest of the year, and then hopefully early next year it'll be out.
You already mentioned it. You will have any featuring in your next album?
I do, and I'm still working on like a couple things, because it has to be the right feature for the song. But I already have one on there. But there's a song that I love that I really want to do a really soulful featured artist on. So
You think it'll be one kind of My Church in your next album?
I've sort of come to grips with the fact that you never recreate the same song twice. Like, there will never be another My Church in my career, but I think like the inspiration of that song is that it's very gospel-esque and soulful, rooted in country. It's all these different elements, and so there are songs on this record that are really reminiscent of all those inspirations. So, but you can't like go in and write My Church too. Like, you have to reserve yourself to know that once it happens, it's done, and then you just work on like the next chapter. And so there are a lot more love songs on this album, because I recently got married, and so there's just a lot more love happening in this album than the last.
Yeah.